everyone, welcome back to my little world. I'm Katie and I'm here today with Charlie and a couple of my boys. I have my Roux, my Marcel here. He needs a change because he's been in this for a few weeks. And I also have my Adrian, my Silicone Jayden, who's on standby. So I would like to do that while I'll be chatting with you today. And hopefully everybody's been doing great. It has been insane time of the year here. I'm not going to lie. And I have a scary story that happened to me last week. So I thought I would share that as a little warning, precaution, awareness type of a thing. I already told my closest friends. I could not even believe that it happened because it's something from scary movies or Lifetime or ID channel. Ladies and gents. So yeah, grab a coffee and spend a few minutes with us. I'm in my kitchen. I don't know how the light is going to be. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now through camera. I don't know if hopefully it will be, after I upload it, the quality will remain the same, but I'm not using any artificial lighting. I'm right next to my French door in a kitchen, which is kind of facing east, but it's still the best spot in the afternoon today. So I'm going to change him first, and he's wearing his sister's body plate. This is actually, look at him. This is actually advantage when you have artists make you a couple of your babies, when you have studio siblings, as I call it, and they are the same size. They can wear accessories like body plates, because obviously not every sculpt is coming or comes with body plates, even though I see this upcoming culture that everybody kind of wants to have a body plate because more and more people are having fun with taking pictures with photography. So yeah, so he's wearing that. I don't know, I'm going to take it off him though, because I'm going to put him into this little Yahtzee baby, little side tie top with little bloomers, and I have little knit booties. I don't know if I'm going to use the booties, but because it's a hot day here in Chicago. Okay, I'm back. I had to remove his body plate, and I paused the video because I didn't want you to look at me fiddling with that thing for 5 minutes. And I also changed his diaper because his outfit is white and I didn't want the pattern from the diaper showing through the pants. So yeah. Okay, so now let me tell you the story, what happened to me last week at work. So it was one of those days, okay? I knew it's going to be a long day. I had a lot to do. I was going to work alone. It was my part-time gig. And that day I was working alone at one of the biggest properties. It's the house alone. It's located in one of fancy schmancy Chicago suburban locations. It's a 10,000 square feet mansion or villa. It has 4 levels, it has elevator, the camera system, all that shebang. I mean, all bells and whistles. So I was there. I've been working for that family and even for their company for many years. It's my part-time gig, as I said. And it was one of those days, okay? It was dark and stormy. You could just feel it. You could feel it in the air, the buzzing, electricity. At certain point, it got pitch black during the day. It looked like at midnight. And I got there, and the family was leaving. It's mother and daughter. They live there, and they were leaving for the whole day, and up until like late at night, because they were going to some wine tasting and some party downtown Chicago, or to some club or something. So they left. Okay, so I'm doing my thing all along there. At certain point, I felt like I heard a beep downstairs. But you know how it is. It's one of those neighborhoods. I mean, we know what's happening out there. We've seen the scary stories and everything, but we kind of don't apply it to the whole, like, to our own life. We are used to certain, how would I say, like certain way of living, and at certain neighborhoods, they have been safe. There was basically no crime, no violent crime there ever. All the homes in the neighborhood, they're unlocked. Okay, I've been working for this family, and the homes in that neighborhood, they never lock them. Okay, they barely lock them at night, or they used to. Now that's changed. But as I said, no crime. Maybe just here and there, someone stole some bicycle or something. They would even leave their garage open with their bikes and everything. Back in a day, just the whole day. You could just be driving around and people having their garages open, the toys and stuff like in front of their houses, French door open, like wide open. I mean, you could see inside of the homes. Nothing ever happened. So, and she also has gardeners, this family they have. So I thought, okay, it was that certain day, maybe it's a gardener or someone, no. Or maybe I had the TV going on. I was listening to news, so I thought, oh, maybe I just imagined, because I didn't hear anything, so I just continued to go about my day. And then, about 30 minutes after they left, or 40 minutes, she gets home. I could hear that someone opened the door, and she's racing up the stairs, all annoyed because her mom forgot the phone in a charger. So she came back for the phone. Once again, she said bye and she left. And then, not even 10 minutes after that, I'm still doing my thing, okay? It gets pitch black. You can see, I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even joking. You could see the rumbling of the thunder just coming in and all that. And I could hear my phone ringing downstairs. And I'm thinking, oh, I was in the middle of the task. I'm like, okay, I'm moving this sofa. I'm not just going to run down there now. When I finish, I will it's probably just Michael or one of those spam calls. So I will call Michael back. So I'm doing my thing. And then once again, I hear the door beep, racing up the stairs. Her daughter yelling, Kate, where are you? Get out of the house. We need to get out of the house. There is a man inside of the house. And I'm like, what? I can't even describe to you guys how it felt. It was surreal, okay? I didn't get all scared and frenzy or anything like that at that moment, because I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, what is she saying? Like, what man? Okay, what would the man be doing here? Basically what happened, she took the phone, she got back in the car with her mom, they once again left for the highway. She's scrolling the phone because she sees some alerts from Ring. Now, you know the Ring, the doorbell safety company. You have the camera in your doorbell. So many people have it. We have it too, by the way. And it's an amazing thing to have. Let me tell you why. Because every time somebody's at your front door, they're moving, doing whatever activities, entering, leaving, touching, moving in front of your house, the camera will pick up the sound and it will pick up the motion, and you will get the footage of what is happening, and you will get the alerts to your phones. So she's scrolling the alerts that they missed apparently while the phone was still charging and they were out of the house and I was still in the house. And there was this individual, a guy in his maybe late 30s, early 40s, maybe older. I can't even tell you because I'm not good at telling people's age. He just gets to the front door, acting like he knows the territory, okay? He opens the door and he'll closes the door and he locks behind himself. And then we couldn't, so they don't see him leaving the house, because they have camera system all around the house, outside and inside. So they check their camera system, and the guy is still in, apparently inside of the house on a property with me in there, alone, with the thunder coming, the darkness. So he's going around, locking and bolting all the exits out of the house. I mean, then of course they called the police and they were racing back since I wasn't picking up the phone. She got, I mean, the bravery of that girl, of that young woman, okay? She gets inside of the house to get me out of there before the police came, because they were so concerned what was happening. So she runs for me. We ran out, and at that moment the police came. They were there in under like 10 minutes, like 5 minutes, more 5 or 7 minutes, they said, after they called. They came all quiet, no sirens, nothing. They circled the house. Then SWAT team came, and with two canine units, 2 dogs. They started searching the property, and they were also reviewing the internal camera system, which was showing this guy going around, as I said, bolting all the exits. Some of the doors at the first floor, they're like French doors, and they have special bolts. They don't even have the locks, but they have the bolts. And the bolts, there is no way to open them. If you're in a hurry, they're like security bolts. It takes certain time because there are a couple of them on each door. So he goes around totally knowing what he's doing, acting like he was living there, like he was very familiar with that home, bolting everything shut. Now, I don't think this was an intruder. Even detective said it. He's like, I don't think this guy was there to steal, because there were jewelry laying, the money, the cash. They have cash lying everywhere here, like on certain spots right next to the door. There's this little table with cash. Like if they need something, they just grab it there. He didn't touch anything. No jewelry. He was walking around it. No cash, nothing. He was there on a mission, just shutting the whole property down with me inside, okay? Ladies and gents, like, that's the thing. So he was either there planning to do, I don't know, planning to do something to me, more like probably planning to something to do to these 2 women who were out of the house. And imagine if they got home, even if he didn't do anything to me, I would leave and they would come home in the middle of the night. They're sleeping, each one of them on different level of the house. So what was he planning to do? Why was he locking everything down? So there would be no fast escape of the house. Like if you have a burglar and someone comes home to steal, they usually open all the exits. So they would have the like fast escape route out of the property. This guy was locking everything down. So it was scary, guys, like heck, okay? In retrospective, when detective, of course, they took our statements and everything. They showed us, they were reviewing the camera footage. They also took the camera footage and everything. It's still an open case because cameras never showed this guy leaving, okay? This is the creepiest part. You have 10,000 square property with air ducts wide enough for you to go just there, like adult person to fit in there. So they took those 2 canine units. They were there for over 2 hours, just sweeping from the attic to the basement. In basement, they even have the bunker and like storm shelter. It's just like a net of rooms and air ducts and elevators and shafts and all these, okay? It's scary. And this guy was never caught on camera leaving the property. But they didn't find him inside of the house. But they found one door, which was in butler's pantry. One door, little like beeping thing, and camera were disabled. So they are pretty sure that this guy left through that door. When he saw all the commotion and everything, he left through there. But while they were reviewing this camera footage, you know what, I'll tell you that, but so this is Marcel. Let me take a break here for a second. I want to show you Marcel. He looks super cute in this little, oh my goodness, in this little set. I decided not to put any booties on him because it's like 90 here in Chicago. And it's super hot and humid, so he doesn't need any booties on him. But how cute is this baby? How cute is this baby, aunties and uncles? Look at him. He's so gorgeous. He's so gorgeous. Okay, so let me bring Adrian. Okay, I have this little squish here. He's wearing his little romper, but I'm going to change him too. Okay, can I have your fingers, and I have this unsightly little foil or wrap underneath his head. I apologize for that, but I don't want to use that pillow because it was kind of funky in my couple of last videos, so I'll just decide to use this. And I also just grabbed my little video making supplies really fast. Anyways, I'm going to change him into another romper. Okay. So where was I? So back to my scary story. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. So when they were reviewing this footage, at some point it was showing the guy standing there, and I was approaching. I was just doing my thing, like moving things around, and this man jumps and he hides behind one of those huge curtains. Okay, now we're talking about 12 feet ceilings, huge tall ceilings, and these heavy, more like decoration curtains, like heavy curtains. They go from the ceiling to the floor, okay? So he jumps behind that curtain, and he was standing there with me walking around, guys. I can't even tell you from the position of someone I was watching myself, and it was very surreal. I felt like I was in one of those crime movies or crime shows when you're watching this unknowing victim or this unknowing woman walking around with the perpetrator just hiding behind the curtain. Like, obviously he didn't jump at me or anything, but at some point, like, I was really like worried. Oh my gosh, what could have happened? He was just standing there, like literally few feet from me, and I was shook. I'm not going to lie, guys. I couldn't sleep that night. The whole weekend, I was pretty much undone about it, just thinking about it. My husband's like, okay, that's it. You're not going to properties alone at all. He wants me to just quit that part-time thing anyways. And he's like, this is just not the safe, which really, this is a reminder that why am I telling you all this, okay? Not only it is entertaining, but I find this as a good warning story. The times changed. Unfortunately, it's not what it used to be today's world. And I think being like aware of your surroundings is more than important, like crucial these days. The world as we know, it's not here anymore. I mean, I know there still are safe neighborhoods, but you just don't know, because I thought that this was a safe neighborhood. This is a fancy neighborhood, one of the best ones here in Chicago. As I said, no violent crime, nothing. And this happened. This guy got inside of the house with really bad intentions. Really bad intentions. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I'm really, really worried. What was he there to do? Because obviously he was not there to steal. And if you were watching him on a camera, his whole demeanor, he acted like he was there before. He knew exactly what was there. He knew where certain cameras were connected. He knew where the bolts were. He was bolting down the door, probably just waiting for the house owner to come back in the middle of the night. How he knew when they were leaving, or whatnot, I have no idea. I'm just like pondering, because it's still an open case. It happened last week, so they and all of us were kind of waiting to hear from the police. Are they going to find this guy? It was almost 100 Fahrenheit, okay, back then, that day. It was hot and humid because the storm was coming. It was so humid there was no oxygen outside. And this guy, on this footage, he is wearing these almost like Mike Myers overalls, from head to toe covered. Really creepy looking face and everything. I mean, he reminded me the guy from the Silence of the Lambs, the one the blonde one who was kind of like, you know which character I mean. He was super super creepy looking. So yeah, that's kind of like a cautionary story. I wanted to tell you this happened to me after so many years. I've been to I've seen the job sites. I visited the job sites. I had the clients at all the different parts of the Chicagoland, from not so safe neighborhoods to super uber safe neighborhoods. I've seen things, things happen throughout the years, but nothing like this. This is one of those cases when I feel like we all probably escaped really bad fate here. If she didn't have these alerts, if she didn't have this ring.com thing, if she didn't receive these alerts, we would never know. Nobody would ever know that this guy was there. We don't know, was he planning to do something? Well, obviously he was, because he was locking the door. Even if he didn't do anything like crazy or violent, he would still be there. If there wasn't all these Roux, I am firmly here to believe that he planned to stay there much longer, okay? What was he planning to do? I can't tell, because they still haven't catched him. They never saw him leaving the property. They never saw nothing, because he disabled that camera. They didn't find him. They were searching for 2 hours, 2 canine units with German Shepherds and everything. So there was nothing. Even the like air ducts, the whole 9 yards. I mean, everything from attic to basement. So the guy was gone by the time. How? Probably through that butler's pantry door, because that was the door. We didn't hear beeping, and we also, there's no camera footage. The camera was disabled, so he left there. But the whole, as I said, the whole demeanor, how he was moving around the house, it was just creepy, and it reminded me that sometimes we just get comfortable. I remember back then when we started, and I was going even with a couple of my guys from my crew, and we did some staging and some properties that were, you have all these stories, and we did a lot of properties, and we worked on properties that were creepy, okay? So some of them, even the owner or people who inherited the property, they even told us, okay, we think this property is haunted. And I was working there sometimes up until like late night, sometimes working alone, just going alone, because you just think, okay, at first you are all aware, you listen, and when you start working at like in a certain career or something, field like this, you are all, oh my gosh, so aware of everything. And then we get comfortable, even if you don't work in any field like clothes like this, even in your own home, we get comfortable. Sometimes we forget to lock door, we forget to lock the gate on our homes, or you leave the doors open, or you leave the window open even when you're leaving the house, or you hear some beeps and you're like, oh, it's just the neighbor just moving the lawn. You never know, ladies and gents. Why I'm telling you this story, you never know. This is a good reminder to go back from me being like a sleeping, comfortable person, to be back again, to be aware of our surroundings, especially in times like these. As I said, you just never know. You just never know. And I highly recommend camera systems. I was laughing because when my husband was installing them about 2 years ago, and he even did some on our garage and backyard and alley last year. So when he was doing this, I'm like, why are you putting so many cameras here, okay? Who's going to come in here, okay? Like, this is just, like, you're going overboard. Now I'm super grateful for my cameras. Let me tell you. I turn on our alarm system like there's no tomorrow. I check the doors, even like, I was never one of those people who would be sitting in a home, leaving the door open, okay? But sometimes during the day, the back door, when I was taking the garbage, I would just not lock it, because I knew, okay, I was cleaning my house, let's say on Saturday, and I knew I will be taking more stuff out there. So I wouldn't just look behind myself. I would be working, because I knew, okay, in an hour or in 2 hours, I'm going to be hauling all this stuff to garage or whatever. So I didn't lock my door. Let me tell you, that's changed. Lock the door after yourself. It doesn't matter where you live because you just never know. Even in nice neighborhoods, even in beautiful remote lake areas, when you have these waterfront properties and you feel this is a paradise, this is a peaceful community, you just never know. It's not your peaceful neighbors who are going to come, okay? So I just wanted to tell you this story because it's a wake call, I would say. Or wake up call, not a wake call. It's a wake up call for me, or it was a wake up call to be more, as I said, aware, to be more diligent and check, doors, to remain safe, to check constantly. Even this, I told it even to my mom and to my sister, because my sister is one of those people, okay, who will just be going with her door, with her patio door, leaving it open. Sometimes the patio door is the culprit in many like home invasions and all that, because people will be locking their door. They're leaving and automatically they're locking, but sometimes they forget to check the patio doors. These people who are not opportunistic criminals, but I'm talking about people who know. This guy seemed like he knew the property. He knew. I don't know. Maybe he didn't, he was just professional, I have no idea. But some people, they will come and they will watch, okay? They will watch the family, they will watch your schedule. They will know, I don't even want to go there, but it's a creepy world out there. So yeah, I just thought I would bring this story up and tell you what happened to me. Anyways, this is my Adrian. He's wearing his little cute romper. I have the same one for Catherine, just a girl version with a different animal. I had this done for my Ramsey. So I may be changing my Catherine to her little pink one soon. But this is my Adrian. That will be it for today, ladies and gents. I will be posting my drawing finally. I just need to, oh my gosh, I just need to do it. Seriously, I will do it tomorrow. But I will be posting that and hopefully I will be able to go live. I've been promising that forever, but it's just not. It's always something happening. So yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sticking till the end. I want to wish you a wonderful and safe rest of this day and this week, of course. Stay safe, stay healthy, have fun, and we will see you in our next video. Bye!